So let's talk about the announcements that came out. So let's just wrap it in this idea here. Ooh, that was a nice bite.
It's a little too crispy.
Yeah, you definitely dropped some on the floor there.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, but let's just frame it in this. Capcom has not been doing anything right with any of their reveals or any of that stuff for the longest of time, and it's just been very frustrating. And it's amazing how quickly it feels like they turned a lot of that around with regards to Street Fighter V. It's just like in a couple of videos.
Right, in the space of 10 minutes.
Yeah, they really just kind of said, whoop. And the hope from that is it really feels like now that they're listening.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, and shout out, props to them for the fake out too.
Oh, yeah.
The Sakura trailer, silhouette, because even we were sitting there and I was like, silhouettes, and I was like, maybe that's Crackjack, but here we go again. And then Ono was like, do you want more information? And I was like, oh, is he going to give us another character?
And I definitely didn't think he was going to.
No.
I thought he was going to troll.
All right, and then like the video came out, it looked like it was the opening, so I was just like, oh, are you serious? Like Ono was going to just show us this opening. But everybody was in there, and then we found out all the characters, and it was...
And in a really good format, too. It was not just that we found out the characters. It was in a beautiful cinematic. Definitely the prettiest thing that's come out of SF5, for sure. There were hints of story in it, right? Like Blanca and Sakura were hanging out together. Right, why is Chun-Li in her room putting her makeup? Like, probably for something, probably not for no reason. Right. Ryu's he like walks into a dojo. Like, there's like hints of story in a way that was not existent in SF5 before. So it wasn't just the reveals.
They put
it was
Laura in the rain.
You know, we didn't know that was going to happen, right? But do you remember that they played a short snippet of that? We were doing rehearsals, and they played a short snippet of that video.
It got up to about like Colleen and Rashid, and then it stopped.
And I assumed that was it, and I didn't know what else to make of it, because there was no context.
That's why when it started, I was just like... Man, this is all they're going to show.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, I was disappointed already. Like when it started. And then sure enough there was way more to that video. So I was very I was surprised. I very happily surprised, but I was surprised that they did it in that format because it's just such a departure from how other parts of SF5 have gone. It's so much prettier. There's so much more love put into it, so much more time put into it. It implies lots of other things.
Dude, and the most important thing, Capcom gets to control the information now. No more leaks. I mean, honestly, maybe it would have been hype in the past if there wasn't any leaks. But everyone knew about Minot and Abigail and Zeku. That was like the #1 leak list. And so basically last year was like, oh yeah, it is Zeku. And even though it's cool to see him, it still steals a lot of the thunder.
Yeah.
But Capcom being like, no, we're telling you who they are, and now, no, like, we'll give you the gameplay. People are going to get excited about that as well. So I just think it's just really smart. And now everyone knows what they're getting in that season pass. So season 3, like, dude, I think I saw like at least 6 or 7, people in the theater swoon when Cody like came out, like. Seriously, like, I think I saw a few people faint, like, honestly. Like, but, people are excited about this now.
They're definitely excited. Yeah.
And it's just so nice.
And there are people who are going to try SF5 Season 3 who didn't play at all in Season 2. Maybe they, like, bought the original game, but they'd stopped. And I know that because some of them are my friends. And they've been talking about that. Like, wow, this looks like a departure. This looks like a new take on the game. I will try it again.
Dude, so many people I've seen like, man, I've lost all interest in this game, but I think I'll come back and try it now.
There you go.
Because it looks like they care, and it's just...
Yeah.
It's so
people were talking about this. It was really cool to see that video of Alex Myers and Callisto reacting to Sakura's announcement, right?
You saw my tweet about it, right, dude? It's my favorite tweet. I love this tweet. I was just like, Alex Myers looks like the dog in those videos where the serviceman comes home after 2 years.
Oh my god, that's very funny.
Like, you see him, you can just picture Alex Myers at the door going, oh my god. You hear the guy walking up.
That's what his footsteps sound like.
And then the guy opens the door and he's like, ah! That's basically what it was, dude.
For sure. Yeah, that was really cool to see. They both were legit
Oh yeah,
there was no
yeah,
fakery about that. I talked with Callisto afterward. He was already like analyzing. It looks like her fierce is fast again. It looks like we'll see. but that was very funny.
Yeah.
So that was cool. What do you think about the characters that were announced? Blanca.
I will say this: if they take the time to really redesign Blanca and make him like a little more animalistic, because like in the trailer he's
right, yeah.
Like if he's like a quick beast and they don't center his gameplay around a Blanca ball, like just get rid of the Blanca ball, because the Blanca ball has never worked as a move ever.
Yeah,
because even if you change it to like 3-frame startup, like it would just be like, what kind of shitty Blanca ball is this? Like it just doesn't feel right to me. But if they can change Blanca, I will be happy with that, because then we can get Blanca in a form that I actually like.
Did you like ST Blanca?
I hate ST Blanca.
Do you really? Oh, I think he's very fun.
Huh. I like him more in ST because he was a grappler character.
Yes, he was more of a grappler.
That's what I would like to have him kind of be, not the
it's
traditional grappler, right? Not the traditional grappler, but maybe even give him a. I don't know. Like I'm not sure how it would work, but I've always hated Blanca.
Yeah.
Like, Blanca has always been, like, one of my least liked characters. And there's a reason why he's either super shitty or super buff in every game that he's in. He's never in the middle. He's either he sucks or he's super good. It's because his character design overall just doesn't lend itself to being... It's either going to be too powerful or not, depending on how you make the Blanca ball. It's just all it comes down to, so...
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
So I'm not happy about Blanca, but you know what? If they change him enough, I'll accept him.
Yeah, I just, I want to see changes anyway. I don't want to see the same characters, and that's not what they've done.
Right.
Almost all of the returning characters are significantly different. Some are, Ryu is basically the same, but like...
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yeah.
But most of the characters... are different, and some are significantally different. Vega is a command motion stance switch command grab character. It's like super different than ever before. So
that's,
it's not out of
the
realm
fingers
possibility.
crossed. That's the finger. I love what they did to Zangief and Dhalsim, for example. You know, so hopefully they can do something with that. If they can do that with Blanca, then I'll be okay with it.
Okay. Sagat coming back.
Sagat,
you just eat one, didn't you?
am really, really hoping he's a zoning fireball
character. That is all I care about too.
And I don't know how they're going to do it, because so many people have ways to kill fireballs. But like, if there's a way to do it, that would be really sick, dude. I was having a conversation with Derek Omni yesterday. We were talking about ideas on how to like fix it, and he came up with an idea that sounds really awful on paper, but then afterwards I was like, I kind of like this, which is nerf all the V triggers a little bit, and then just start them with a full meter. Just Alpha 3 it. I think that would actually be kind of interesting. Actually.
It might be fun, but I don't think they're going to make any significant changes like that.
Probably not. But Sagat, if he's not a fireball zoning character, I'll be sad.
Yes, I would definitely be sad. That's all I want as well.
I'll be
and
sad.
I also doubt it, but we'll see. Cody coming back. This feels like it's a Cody kind of game. Like I feel like Cody would fit very well into this game. Pressure character, frame traps, right? Some mid-range options. They could bring back the dodge. That I feel like that would be cool. Kind of cool.
I was thinking V trigger activates the dodge.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool, right? Yeah. So I think there's a lot of cool ideas that you could do, and
I hope they change him a lot too, because I mean he has a move that's called Criminal Upper. You know, like now he's like
not a
mayor.
criminal.
Yeah. So I mean the tornado came out of nowhere anyway. He didn't even have a tornado in Final Fight. So where the hell did this tornado came from? He learned it in jail, I guess. So
I guess.
You know.
And then so we talked about Sakura also. In terms of how she will play, I mean, it's more or less what I expected. We saw some of what she does, and that's like basically what I thought she would do. So that's cool, and I'm happy for Sakura fans. That's fine. Falca and G.
So I said this to you when they were revealed, and I was like, I'm really glad they still have some new characters.
Oh, me too.
In there. That it wasn't all returning characters. Because as much as I know Season 2 hasn't been the most popular idea, and it probably hurt that they weren't bringing back everybody's favorites and stuff like that, I love the fact that 5 of those characters were brand new. I'm so glad that we have these new characters in there. And so G and Falca, I'm actually really happy about.
Yeah, dude, I am too. I don't know. Obviously, none of us knows how they're gonna play, but G just looks so weird. He looks so much like Abe Lincoln. He's given the little Uncle Sam.
Yeah,
It's such a weird design.
So there's two crazy theories about the character, right?
Okay.
The first one, which is probably the craziest theory, is that he's actually Greg from Bloody Roar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because he looks just like him,
right?
And in one of the in Ed's story mode, one of the pictures with him and his gang has Falca in there, some weird thing with this crazy bird head thing, and a gorilla. There's a gorilla sitting there, and Greg turns into a gorilla in Bloody Roar.
Yeah.
But that's still probably the craziest theory. The second one is he's actually going to end up being Q. So he's like previous Q and whatever, he'll get injured or whatever.
Right.
And then he'll eventually become. So if he has any sort of capture and uppercut moves, then, you know.
Like he's what were the guys conjecturing? That he's like a Seth body and there's like one for every letter. And Q was also a Seth body, like retroactively.
They ran out of numbers. They went from 12 and then they started going to letters instead.
Right, yeah, I don't know. He just looks kind of weird. But interestingly weird, so I'm not against it, I guess. And then Falca looks like, I don't know, I'm not super inspired by how she looks. But we'll see how she plays.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully they do something interesting with her. Who knows what the heck they're going to do with her, but we'll see. But
I do agree that I'm happy to see that there are a couple of new ones.
Yeah.
And
I mean, honestly, I'm probably most excited for Cody just because I just think he just looks so slick now. I mean, dude, he looks sick now.
He does look really cool, for sure. And even Blanca, in the little picture that they put up of his face, even that looks different to me than how he's appeared in the past. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think the one that I am most looking forward to, and dreading, is Sagat. That's the one I have maybe the most investment in, just because even though I'm not going to use him, I'm not going to like zone with him. It's not my kind of zoning. I want Dawson style zoning, not projectiles.
But you just want the.
But I want that character to exist.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So that wasn't it for SF5 Season 3.
There was announcements on the change on how fight money is going to work.
What
were you going to talk about?
Just that it was playable there, or at least some builds was playable at
of course,
Capcom Cup. So we got a chance to try out a bunch of the V-triggers and some other stuff too. I didn't get a lot of time myself, but I certainly looked into the V-triggers for the characters that I am interested in, and a lot of the new ones seem interesting. I still think that it will probably be the case that most characters have a V-trigger that they use, and they don't really use the other one. Maybe some matchup choices, but probably for the most part, just you got the choice.
What do you think about changing V-triggers if you're the winner in a tournament and they change characters?
I've always been cool with that. I was cool with that in
MK for variations, or
it ended up not being viable. They're just too different. But in Third Strike, people would change supers in between. Stuff like that was. We used to do that back in the arcade. So it's not something I'm opposed to. Anyway, so I tried Geefs. Geefs is an SPD. It gives him access to an SPD that does crazy good damage. And it also gives him access to comboing into his SPD, in which case the SPD does not do extra damage.
Oh, okay.
It's just like button regular damage, or maybe even less. It's very little.
Okay.
So I don't know about that. We'll see. Dawson's looks like there's going to be a lot of cool tricks. Catastrophe that you can move with your Flame and Gale, and Bison with Cycle Crusher and Command Grab. Like there's some
from
cool
Problem
ideas
X. What he talked to me about, he sounded really happy with that V trigger too.
Yes, yeah, I talked to him
really
too.
happy about that. Cammy has a real hooligan now.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think it's going to be better because I think, for example, if you combo into it, it's just not going to do as much damage. It'll be more like it has a cool mix up in it. But the thing about it is, like, there's no way I'm not going to use it because the other one is just so goddamn boring. So,
But if you were playing in tournament competing, you think that V-Trigger 1 is better
probably better because it's just that you get a free super, free almost 2 supers every round, right? So it's such a nice thing to have. Gives you a free dive kick in, you know what I mean? Although this one, you do get access to that command dash, and it will let you combo off of it. So, for example, if you do low fierce into V-Trigger and V-Trigger 1, for max range, all you got was drill into uppercut, right? Or drill into setup. And this one, low fierce, it'll cancel into the forward dash. Because you can start it in the forward dash or the hooligan. Yeah. So you can do cancel forward dash, strong fierce, back strong fierce, and roundhouse. I'm sorry, strong roundhouse into the, stuff like that, and then get some mix-ups off of that. Okay. You can combo off the hooligan throw and things like that. Oh. So, yeah, so there's some...
Oh, okay, that might be cool. Fangs was definitely better than V-Trigger 1. His V-Trigger 1 wasn't changed as far as we could tell. It's still terrible.
Yeah.
And in fact, his second V-Trigger has the same benefit of V-Trigger 1, which is you can press a button and cancel into it and combo. It's still there in exactly the same way. But on top of that, up balls are way bigger. There's a splash at the bottom that has its own hitbox. You can cancel into up ball into command dash without spending meter. It's just like way obviously the better choice.
Yeah, you have to. You pick the character. So Shoegazer's asking, do you have to choose which V-Trigger you want before the match? You basically pick the character, wait till the opponent picks the character, then you pick the V-Trigger right there.
Both of you.
Yeah. So you only pick the V-Trigger after the opponent picks their character. Now, one interesting thing about Fang though is that someone actually pointed out there's a command list somewhere, and there's a move listed which is his V skill that has a V-Trigger 1 symbol next to it. So there might be a buffed V skill in V-Trigger 1 that we didn't know about. We didn't test that. Yeah, there could be a situation. The one major improvement to Fang, honestly, though, is every time someone took the poison, he gained a buttload of V-Trigger meter now.
I would say it's 4 V skills to build up a bar of V-Trigger, right? It's a lot. It moves quite quickly. So, he seems like he's going to be a better character, but we'll see. I didn't really get a chance to test more than that. I heard about other things. I tested Nikali's, right? Both of his V-Triggers are the same, except for V-Trigger 1 now has this leaping move, and V-Trigger 2 has basically a very short-range Laura Fireball.
Right.
So, I think that's all that I tested.
Yeah.
I didn't have very much
time. There was
a
few other things that I just heard from a lot of people, but unfortunately I don't really have the details on that.
Well, the main thing that I've heard is that is with respect to throws. So there have been... It sounds like some characters were changed in terms of frame data and like a little bit of like setups and stuff. Anti-air jab for Nikali apparently was worse. But the
command throws, right?
Yeah, it sounds like the biggest game-wide change is that all command grabs have more recovery, and most throws lose positioning after the throw. Regular throws.
Okay.
So both of those are nerfs to the throw, just in general, right? Which is, I guess, kind of an understandable change. People seem very hurried by SF5 mix-ups. It happens to me too, and I don't know why. I feel like the dumbest person for getting like hurried. Oh no, they're in my face. Well, all they can do is throw me. Who cares? There's no overheads. Who cares? But I feel it too. So I guess that's a reaction to sort of everybody worrying about throws so much.
The command throws are so negative now that you could backdash out of it and jump and still get a full combo on them.
Right.
So that's going to be... I
think that sucks.
It does suck. The one thing that I will say that one of my probably bigger complaints about Street Fighter V is the universalization of a lot of things.
I'm with you.
I'm actually like Cammy's sweep has no range, right? So why not make that one less negative than other ones? Why is every sweep minus 12? You know what I mean? Every overhead is minus 3. Except for the really long ones, Why does every command throw have to... Why not make some characters have better command throws?
I'm 100% with you, man. Well, we'll see. Nobody knows if these are the final changes or if that's the final build.
Exactly.
Impossible to say. We'll see. But I did think that was an interesting and sort of not out of the realm of possibility as a final change with respect to throws. I can totally see that happening. Okay. I haven't heard of any other seeming game-wide changes. Right, just little changes about frame data here and there. That's all I've heard.
Right.
We'll see.
Also, so this was just literally announced today, posted December 14th, is extra battle mode details and changes in earning fight money.
Okay.
So they're going to add an extra battle. So I'll just read this. This was posted by Andy Wong from Capcom. bodied. So he says here, how does extra battle work? Every month there will be at least one crossover costume up for grabs, which can only be obtained by playing extra battle mode with fight money. Here's the flow of how to go about getting these extra costumes. Each crossover costume requires you to complete 4 challenges that take place over the span of a month, 1 challenge per week. Each time you attempt one of these challenges, you must spend 2,500 fight money. In other words, if you successfully complete each of the weekly challenges in one go, you can get that extra battle costume for 10,000 fight money. Once you complete all 4 challenges, the crossover costume of that month is yours. And then finally, these changes are time exclusive, so make sure to log in each time to complete them, especially if you have your eyes on that month's crossover costume.
Okay, interesting.
Sounds kind of cool, and especially if you actually see what the costumes look like. The costumes they're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty awesome.
It's Rashid?
That's Rashid. And then here's Chun-Li from a Star Gladiators character.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow, what's going on with the knees there? Jeez.
That's just the outfit.
How the character
That's just the outfit. And then look at this. Nash is Captain Commando.
Oh, cool.
That's actually pretty cool. And there's going to be more. Those are the 3 that they've shown so far. So they're really, really cool. But the crazy thing about this is it really just doesn't feel like that there's... The way that they changed out to obtain fight money is kind of weird. Well, it says, Extra Battle will also offer a way to obtain fight money so you have enough to attempt each week's challenges. Every few weeks, a golden Shadowloo soldier will appear separately from the weekly crossover costume challenges, giving you an opportunity to earn a decent amount of fight money throughout 2018. Bust out your skills against these goons and replenish your fight money stash.
Okay.
Now, this is the part that seems a little contentious with people. I've seen some people upset about this. Is changing the ways to earn fight money. Beginning January 16th, modes that offered one-time finite batches of fight money will no longer do so.
Like what?
So this includes character stories, the general story, trials, survival, demonstrations. If you haven't completed these modes yet, there's still a few weeks left to do so before the changes occur in January. So basically, you won't be able to gain some free fight money by completing trials and stuff like that, which means I need to go and complete all those things to get my fight money that I want right now. If you're a new player and worried about getting enough fight money to get to the crossover costumes, you can still gain experience points from all modes except for the general story. You receive fight money each time a character gains a level, and playing through each character's story is a great way to quickly gain experience points for each character. Do this for all 28 characters, and you'll be a proud owner of at least 200,000 fight money. Combine this amount with fight money earned through online battles and recurring missions, and you have plenty of use for extra battle mode, additional characters, costumes. In other words, the problem with this, in my opinion, is that they're doing that thing again where basically you have to play online to earn some battle money. There's no one-player way to do it anymore, outside of just this psycho soldier coming out of the blue every once in a while. There's not a good way to earn fight money. So my brother wanted to buy the game, and he's like, "Oh man, do I have to earn fight money to do all this stuff?" And I was like, "Don't worry, just beat all these trials and do all these things, and you should be able to get some characters." But that's not going to be the case.
Didn't it say that character stories still builds it?
It says that character stories will give you experience, and characters, when you level them up, gain you fight money. So by playing their story mode will give you some of their experience, and then you can earn money through leveling them up, but the story doesn't directly give you fight money.
I see. That seems kind of like a little hiding of the ball.
Yeah.
How much... I don't know if you know. Is somebody constructing something?
It might be my neighbor in their garage right on the other side, building something in his garage, to be honest with you. So
okay. It's not shots. It's all good.
Don't worry. It's not Silent Hill. There's no crazy thing going on in the background. There's no Akira Yamamoto music going on. So, but yeah. So
anyway,
that's basically
all right. So some changes to how that stuff works.
Yeah. So we'll see how that pans out. I mean, the weekly challenges thing just didn't even pan out at all. So
I found out last week how to get, when you pop up, when you sign in, and it pops up with here's the whatever you got to do. I so didn't care about that I just mashed through every time, and I never knew how to actually scroll through. I just was like, why is it just scrolling? Just get me out of here, get me out. I just literally just panicked out of it until this week. Actually, I was like, I should learn how this works. All you gotta do is press down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I literally hated it so much. I was just like, oh, get me out of here.
Yeah, it just didn't.
So I don't care. But yeah, hopefully for other people who do care.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be all right.
But on top of that, is there anything else you wanted to say about Street Fighter Season 3?
It looks cool. Oh, we did see the new user interface and whatnot, the heads-up display.
Oh, yeah. In matches.
In matches.
Yeah.
It looks nicer.
Yeah, there's definitely, the whole gold theme is definitely something to do with G. It has something to do, because G is all about money. His arms were gold in the trailer and everything like that. So I think that whole aesthetic wasn't just like, all of a sudden, it's like Vegas and Street Fighter. I think it has something to do with G. I really do.
Interesting. I think it would be kind of cool if they had some way to demarcate different seasons. If like this one is like the gold one because G's there, whatever, and the next one is some other theme because some other character's there. That'd be kind of cool.
So I mean,
anyway.
He might be the actual main bad guy of like the Street Fighter V arcade mode. Who knows, or whatever like that. So
alrighty,
but. They also had another announcement at Capcom Cup, which I am super excited about. So, I was told that they wanted to use my voice on a trailer.
Oh, man, yes.
I was told, but they wouldn't tell me what it was for.
Right.
This is honestly what they told me. They're like, it's just going to be for a collection. And the first thing I thought was, oh, cool, probably Alpha Collection. We'll probably get an Alpha Collection. And then the trailer came out. They're giving us 12 games.
Yeah.
They're giving us Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, Super Turbo, Street Fighter 1, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3, New Generations, Second Impact, and Third Strike.
Yeah.
They're giving us 12 games in one package.
But they left off a couple of the Street Fighter 2 games.
What, like Anniversary? Oh. I know where you're going with that. Yeah. Well, they already released that sort of Switch. But anyways, but 4 of those games are getting online play. This is going to be on PC. Yeah. This is going to be on all the Switch. It's going to be on the Nintendo Switch.
I'm in there for that.
Dude, so Alpha 3, which is an odd... I mean, a lot of people wish they had Alpha 2, but it's going to be Alpha 3, Super Turbo, Hyper Fighting, and Third Strike are going to have online play.
I do wish that it was Alpha 2, but at the same time... I'm already getting a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard to be super critical.
But the thing about it is, like, regardless of what this... Okay, two thoughts. I have 2 thoughts on this. One, I'll just say this right now. They have set themselves up. Oh, God, have they set themselves up.
Oh, yeah.
When they said Arcade Perfect Play. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Because now anything less than that will be a disappointment, right?
I hope... So, I don't want it to be... Or maybe I wouldn't care if it wasn't entirely arcade perfect. I don't need like handcuffs to be back, right? In Road Warrior, like I don't need like the game breaking glitches can go away. That's fine. But everything else that is gameplay glitch, all that stuff needs to be there. Honda needs to have stored Ocho, and stored super. So same with Chun-Li. Q has to be throw invincible when he goes from crouching to standing. Kuma forward strong has to be unthrowable. Like there needs to be unblockables in Third Strike. Like all that stuff needs to be there.
Crouch canceling infinite for Alpha 3. I mean, that would be the one that I wouldn't mind if they got rid of it, but yeah.
It's got to be there.
So, 1, they set themselves up. But 2, if they can pull this off, I think that this is going to be such an important thing because for a historic and archival purposes, if they can make it accurate and to have it all in one game like that, I think is just... Nobody else has done anything like this. Every time they do a collection, like even Capcom themselves, Mega Man Collection was like 1 through 6, and then like 7 through 10 is on a different one, whatever like that. But they put 12 freaking games on it.
They did.
They could have easily split that into 2 different games that you had to buy.
It could have been 3. It could have been Street Fighter 2 series, Alpha series, Third Strike series.
Exactly.
SF3
The fact that they're putting it all on one thing is really impressive, and it to me... it's just like, as an old school fan like this, is one of the most beautiful things ever. And honestly, like, this next year, I just want to, like, spend 1 week, be like, go bust it out on, like, Fightcade or MAME or something like that and be like, here's Street Fighter 2, let me show you the craziness in this game. And then next week, here's Champion Edition.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Hyper Fighting and show what things changed and how they affected the scene and stuff like that.
That would be very interesting.
Really neat. I think that'd be really neat. So,
well, that's cool.
A3 music is trash. Get out of here, Guess Parry God.
What are you talking
about? Banned.
Unbelievable.
100%.
Oh, he's doing it. He's typing in the box. /ban. Oh, yes. He's doing it.
Parry God, right? There we go. You're done. I typed the wrong name.
Oh, well, he survives.
Oh, man. But
anyway, yeah, it's a really cool announcement. Unexpected, especially it being on Switch. But awesome news.
Yeah, and I mean, just from a personal standpoint, I'm really proud that that's what my voice got put on. I was
that's
like,
very cool.
That's a cool. Like, if it was just like some random thing, I would have been like, man. But like to have it there, I thought that was really cool. So,
very, very cool.
Yeah. Okay. You want to take a break before we get to Battle for the Stones?
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll talk about Marvel Infinite in general after that.
Yep, exactly. So, all right. Be right back, guys.